The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's football starts now. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling in LaGrange. For trusted on-time service, call Thompson at 502-817-3105. Thompson, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net.
We got
Coach McBroom is here. Boy, 7-10. You guys just pull in. Tough ride up, huh?
Yeah, it was a little traffic on the Gene Snyder, man, kind of put us behind. But we prepared, man, with my guys are focused.
They had a lot of success on the ground 4 weeks ago. How do you clean some things up defensively?
Well, a month ago, we was a different team. We got back to the basics, a lot of form and tackling drills and a lot of those type of things. So we've been playing a lot better defense for the last 2 weeks.
Had a great effort last week, beat a good Bullitt East team by 6. What did you like best in that performance?
My mental toughness. We knew it was going to be a competitive game. That's kind of been a hot team like we were all year. Scoring a lot of points. In the monsoon, we was able to get it done.
A lot of folks may be writing you guys off. You feel like that's a good thing?
Yes, I kind of been feeling like that all season, so we kind of just keeping our head down and proving people wrong.
Good luck. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you, sir.
Tayshawn McBroom back to Richmond after this on Glycod.com.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate. Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Welcome back to Richmond, Kentucky, and compelling 6A opening round matchup. Should be a great one. Chris LeVar with Rick Reams, Oldham County, and Madison Central.
Yeah, should be a great game tonight. Two really good teams that played each other about 4 weeks ago. You just heard Coach McBroom say his team is different now. So it's going to be interesting to see which team comes out on the field. As you said, also, a little tough time getting here. I know that's got to be nerve-wracking for the coaches, for the players, for everyone involved, but they're out here on the field warming up. Probably about a 15-minute delay, but you know what? We're going to play football tonight.
This game will kick at 7:45. Winner will advance to next week's second round opposite the winner of Bryan Station and George Rogers Clark. That game will kick at 7:30, so we will update you throughout the evening on that one. And for these Colonels, a nice win last week versus Bullitt East, seeming like they're on an uptick in this game.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, if you look at it that way, that's how you want to come in, is on that uptick. Again, as we talked about last night, this is a new season. You know, this is what you played for. This is what you worked all summer for, is for the playoffs, and they're out here now. And Coach McBroom, being a first-year coach, he's excited. His players are excited. They've made it the trip over from Oldham County into Richmond, and tonight they're just going to come out on the field and just see what they have to offer.
They're going to have to do some things differently defensively.
Yeah, you know, you talk to him about just the rushing, and, you know, with defense, a lot of that, he said they went back to the basics. And that's a lot about what defense is. Sometimes you get lazy on defense, and you think your size or your talent's going to be able to tackle someone or going to be able to make the big play, where you really need to get the fundamentals to make that play.
And for this Madison Central group, they've lost 2 games in a row, but Coach Mike Holcomb, and you'll have that conversation with him here in just a minute, perhaps the front runner to Coach of the Year in 6A.
Yeah, and, you know, he talked about the fact, and you'll hear in there, they played 2 tough teams these past 2 weeks. So, you know, you don't want to have 2 losses, but in the same sense, if you play good competition, you can get better even with a loss, and that's what I think he's feeling like tonight. And, you know, they come in, they're a running team, and they've got a lot to offer from that standpoint. So they are not going to change anything, and it's going to be interesting to see if Oldham County can change the outcome from the last game 4 weeks ago.
Plus 11 turnover margin, unbelievable stat. It's really paved the way to all their success.
Yeah, and that's something, I mean, honestly, you don't ever see turnover ratios that big. And for them to be able to do that, that just means they have a nose for the ball. They're around the ball. They're trying to strip tackle. They're trying to make interceptions. So, you know, that's something that Oldham County, I think, they have to. They're +1. You've got to make a difference in that turnover and turn it into your positive.
Mike Holcomb, perhaps again the front runner to Coach of the Year in 6A, 3-time state champion. He will join our Rick Reams for that conversation on the other side of this break. We return to Richmond in just a minute on Glycod.com.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your surprisingly great rates, Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Glycod Sports here at Madison Central High School. Coach Mike Holcomb. Coach, you got a game tonight, first round of the playoffs. What are you looking for from your team tonight?
Well, we just want to come back out. You know, we took a little whipping here last week on the road, the last game, you know, with Southwestern. We just want to bounce back and put that behind us and, you know, just start this out as a new season. And, of course, we lost to Bryan Station here, you know, so the last couple of weeks. But we played two good football teams, though. So we just told our kids, you know, it's a new season and just come out and play like you've been playing, do things you know how to do.
Yeah. So you played this team about 4 weeks ago. Got a victory at their home field. You expecting anything different from them tonight?
Yeah, I expect them to run the quarterback a whole lot more. I think that they'll I think we'll get a heavy dose of him running the ball. We've been noticing on films. You know, and this time of year, there's no reason to save people. You know? And he's an excellent athlete and runs the ball real well. And of course, he throws the ball well. But we expect him to put a lot of pressure on us. And he didn't run a lot against us in the first game. He threw the ball well. But I think they'll put it in his hands. And defensively, I'm sure they're going to, you know, they got after us pretty good up there last time.
Well, Coach, you know, they got you out of retirement to come back here. Have you been pleased with the experience?
Oh, yeah, it's been fun. We got great kids here, great community. Administration, it's been fantastic support. So, and kids have been great, and you know, we've had fun. You know, we had 7 weeks of great fun, but you know, they've kept working. So yeah, it's been fun and been exciting. And you know, I've done this a long time. This is the greatest time of year in Kentucky. You know, if you play football, then you know the playoffs. That's the big thing.
Well, one final question to you. This team, the last 2 years before you got here, was really down. How did you get the turnaround?
Well, I think they had when we came in, we had a real good group of a sophomore class that had won a lot of games coming up. I think we were able to find some great assistants that wanted to come here, and then you know they just jumped in here, and the kids went to work. We had a good strength and conditioning coach that we started with in January. And he's done more, I think, to change the culture, as they say. That's a big new word. Yeah. For me, it's just attitude or whatever. But kids just went to work, and you know, there's been no simple recipe. It's just it's been all the kids. You know, they bought in, and it's been all what they've done.
All right. Well, Coach, I wish you luck tonight. I'm glad we're here, get to see this game tonight. Excited to see it. Glad to meet you, and thank you for your time.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Welcome back to Madison Central High School in Richmond. I'm Chris LaBar along with Rick Reams. Now for your keys to the game, presented by Robert Lane for Sheriff, committed to community. A couple of salient points for each team.
Yeah, for Oldham County, there you got to significantly improve the run D and stay even in turnovers. We talk about that. A plus 11 to a plus 1. You want to somehow even that out or get ahead. And then Madison Central, have they peaked? Coach just talked about that. Coach Holcomb said he doesn't think so. He thinks the last two games they played very difficult teams. He thinks they can do it. They need some success in passing. You know, Chris, you just can't continually run the ball. You have to have a threat of at least throwing the ball some down the field.
Yeah, you go back to October 8th and all those yards Madison Central had on the ground, a bunch of them, but nothing through the air.
Well, and you know that Coach McBroom is going to just kind of build that in, is let's stop their run game and let's see if they can pass.
Oldham County certainly led by Sam Young at quarterback. Just a tremendous player, over 5,000 passing yards throughout his career. And you look outside and Justin Ruffin, a sophomore, played a lot last year as a freshman, seems to really be becoming the alpha guy outside.
Yeah, and that, you know, that's what they've been looking for this year, and they found him. They have good chemistry, but like you said, just an excellent. Sam Young is just, if you've not seen him play tonight, folks, you need to keep your eyes on him because he is the real deal. He's a real ball player, and you know, one thing I think about Oldham County is they mirror their coach. Coach McBroom is excited. He's been running around, jumping around. He is on fire for this game, and his team is going to come after their coach.
A lot of confidence on that Colonel sideline. Kickoff when we return to Richmond on Glycott.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I started smoking probably around 11 or 12 years old, and then within a couple of years, of course, it's just part of your life. I quit in 2012 on May 2nd, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in the parking lot of the hospital I was about to get admitted to because my left lung had collapsed. I was in the hospital for over 2 months. And then I was home with a tube coming out of my chest for about 6 weeks after that. And that's when I was diagnosed with stage 4. And eventually I will probably die from COPD. I had worked in the construction industry. I love to build things. In our old home, it was a fun place. And I built it all with my own hands, the walls, the ceiling, the floors. And that got taken away. We owned a boat, and I had to give it up. I couldn't physically handle it anymore. So we thought, well, let's maybe try to travel a little bit. So we bought a camper, and I had to give that up because I just couldn't, it's physically demanding. So your world just keeps shrinking. When you lay in bed at night, you're by yourself, that's when it weighs on you.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Opening round from Richmond, Oldham County and Madison Central. This series led by MCHS. They've won 5 of 7, but the winner on the last 2 men on the road, that could pay dividends tonight for OC.
Absolutely, and again, as a coach, you use any motivation you can get, and that's what he's telling his team. They came and beat us at our place, but the last 2 games have been that way, so we're going to come down here, beat them at their home field.
Look at the 5-man crew. We had a game last night in Shelbyville for Collins. 7 officials. Tonight, only 5, and Henry Hayes will have the white hat. And temps now dipping into the mid-30s. Not as breezy as it's been in the last couple of days, but very brisk here for round 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a chilly night out there. And, I talked about that earlier in the week. It really does make a difference. Which team is going to come out and be able to handle the cold? Because playing in the cold is a lot different than those games early in August and September where it's too hot and then you have some but right now it's cold night.
And generally, as playoffs hit, temps decline, more of a run. These teams seem like they're more prone to run the ball, not just these two, but anyone here in the playoffs. And Colonels certainly have to shore up some things defensively.
Yeah, again, we talked about this the whole time. Coach McBroom talked about it, but you just cannot let Madison Central run up and down the field because they are willing to do that. If you do not stop them from running, they are not going to pass the ball, and that's what Oldham County has to do tonight is make them throw the ball.
Will be Oldham County possession to start. Madison won the toss and deferred. So our first look at this Oldham County offense here momentarily. Again, if you just joined us, starting at 7:45 tonight, Oldham with a very lengthy drive up here, caught all loads of traffic and didn't even arrive till about 10 minutes after 7. So 15 minutes late starting.
And it looks like we're about to get underway. So all the festivities are over. Now the players, they got a little butterflies in their stomach, ready to go. But, boy, once that ball is kicked, they're ready to start.
Great camera work up top. Tenny Onatiri on the roof, shooting for us tonight. DK Goss producing. Rick Reams, I'm Chris Labar. We've got John Herndon here to keep stats for us. A crew of thousands tonight on Glycod.com. 4 other games ongoing. You can bounce around at your leisure and check out. We've got Male Fern Creek, also New Albany and Seymour over in Indiana. Annual PRP as well.
Now's the time. You know, again, we talked about it all the time, but every team right now is 0-0. So it's who's going to come out, who's going to get an early score. You know, you want to take possession of the game quick. You want to score quickly. You want to put the other team kind of back on their hinges so they're not ready for what you're going to give them. So right now with Oldham County getting the ball to start with, I know Coach McBroom wants them to take this ball down the field quickly and get in the end zone.
Cotton and Garrison back to return for Oldham. Trenton Nacita will punch it for Madison Central. Winner advances to round 2 next week opposite George Rogers Clark or Bryan Station. And we are underway. A booming kick. Garrison brings it in. The wedge sets up, and Garrison stoned across the 20-yard line.
Boy, that feels good to get that big first hit out of the way. So see if Madison Central can build a little momentum just off that one hit.
Colonel offensive line. Starr, Manning, Meyer, Bayer, and Pittman. Of course, the quarterback, Sam Young, 6'3", 180-pound senior, 54% completions on the year, 1,361 pass yards, 15 touchdowns. But on the ground, he is such a weapon. 732 rush yards and 16 rushing scores. First play from scrimmage for Oldham. First down and 10. And an inside handoff across the 25-yard line up to the 27. That'll be Garrison.
Ran it right up the middle there. Great run to start the game.
Justin Ruffin, Jacob Davis, 2 of the primary targets, as is Jackson Elkins. Colonels go hurry up. And Garrison brought down just a little bit short of a first down.
It's going to be an important third down for both teams here. Oldham County wants to keep the ball in their possession, and Madison Central would love nothing more than to stop them.
Third down and short, 3rd down and 3, we'll call it. From the Oldham 30. 3 straight. Garrison runs, and he's brought down from behind. Back at the 27. That ball may have popped out.
Oh, boy. That's exactly what Madison Central wanted. A turnover on the first series. Get the ball in great position.
So Trent Garrison with an early fumble. And it's going to be Madison Central football back inside the Oldham 30-yard line. See if we can take another glimpse at that miscue. Cannot.
Yeah, they ran it outside a little bit. A good hit, a good tackle, and just could not hold on to that ball. And Madison Central was right there.
Quarterback for the Indians, Hagan Harrison. He'll put it in the belly of Brady Hensley, and Hensley powers through the hole. This young man eclipsing 1,200 rush yards on the season.
That's who you're going to see a bunch tonight until Oldham County can stop them from doing that.
Gain of 7 on first down. 3 straight Oldham runs and then a fumble. Second down and short. Sprinting outside is Parks, and Parks strung out back at the 22. He'll lose about a half yard as Trey Cotton comes in for the stop.
Yeah, they did. They just kept on pressing that to the outside. He could not get up the field and actually lost a couple yards, as you said.
That's the freshman Trey Cotton that is playing more and more as this season wears on. Had 8 tackles last week in the win versus Bullitt East, and a big 3rd down and short here. 3rd down and 4 from the Oldham County 26. 2 backs between Harrison. In the belly of Hensley, a gaping hole and a 1st down as Hensley upended just shy of the 15.
You know, you talk about all his yards and 18 touchdowns. The great thing is the kid's only a sophomore.
Yeah, this core is laden with sophomores for Madison Central.
Exactly what Coach Holcomb said. That's what he's building this program on, is the sophomores.
Mark this at the 15. Hensley to the left, and he'll drag tackles forward. Avery Lavelle comes in from the weak side for the stop.
1st down there. Again, we said it all night, but Madison Central is going to continue to run until Oldham County makes them throw the ball.
He'll mark this at the 14, so no gain, 2nd down, and nearly 3 minutes gone by. Colonels with an early turnover, and Madison Central promptly trying to capitalize. Near side run, and Parks just shy of the goal line.
Boy.
That's Hensley, I beg your pardon.
Great run there. He broke containment, got to the outside, and put his head down and just dove and got very close to the end zone for a 1st and goal.
He'll mark this at about the 2. So a steady diet of run here on this first drive for Madison Central. Nary a pass as they march down the field. And there's an easy score as Hensley sachets in for 6.
They didn't change their playbook any at all. They went on in, ran the ball all the way down after the turnover, and gets the touchdown.
Brady Hensley in for his 19th rushing score of the year.
Here he goes again. If you watch him, just pretty much just walks into the end zone, almost untouched for the first touchdown.
Nasita on for the point after. Jeffrey Kinley will hold. And Nasita, those turnovers, not a good start for Oldham. Madison Central +1 on turnovers, and they lead by a score. 3 minutes gone by, and we're back after this on Glycod.com.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience.
Brady Hensley in from 2 yards out, and Madison Central leading 7-0.
Yeah, that turnover margin is now +12.
Woo. Garrison and Cotton back for Oldham as Nasita, another deep kick. Garrison will watch it catapult in for a touchback.
We talked about it last night, and I've talked about it all year. You know, it's a real weapon if you can have a high school kicker that can get the ball into the end zone, so there's not a chance for a run back there. And Oldham County, they're going to have to kind of forget about that last series. I was surprised they went with the 3 straight runs, and I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Sam Young this time.
This Madison Central defense only giving up 14 points per game, coordinated by William Blair. We'll identify those starters in a minute. And there is Young. He'll take your cue, Rick. And Young will squirt outside for a couple.
Yeah, sometimes you try to change up your playbook just to try to kind of confuse the defense. But when that doesn't work, then you got to go back to who brought you here.
Front 4, Ellington, Rhodes, Jackson, and Sweat, Pearson, Walker, and Kaiser, the linebackers, with Warwicks and Andre Smith, the corners. Brock Eads, Brady Hensley are the safeties. Loss of one officially as Young lost a half yard, second down and 11. Young's first throw, and he'll dump it short. And across the 30 down to the 34-yard line as the Colonels have Brian Monteleone.
Nice play there. Monteleone just turned, got the ball, and headed upfield with it to get their first down, which is an important thing in the game, just to kind of get the feel for that. Now you can do it.
Monteleone only his fourth grab of the year.
See him get it out in the open there and then make a nice run up the field. Going to a receiver they haven't used a whole lot.
On the short side of the field, here's the Colonels trying to respond after an early Madison Central touchdown.
Take that one again off tackle just to get a couple yards up there, but at least you're not behind the sticks here for a 2nd and 7 or 8.
Trent Garrison with the load. Pickup of 3. Early in this game, but you get the sense this is an important drive here for Oldham.
Yeah, they want to get momentum back on their side.
And now Young will roll to his right, and he's going to sling it to Elkins, and he'll misfire for a long incompletion.
Yeah, a lot of times on those, when he's running out to the side like that, a lot of young quarterbacks have that problem. They don't get their shoulders square to make that pass down the field, but now you get a 3rd and 7, and on that play, you know, sometimes you got to look and see. He had about 5 or 6 yards he could have run on that one instead of making that pass down the field.
Perhaps the only venue we'll have all season where there are 2 play clocks, one in each end zone. Play clock still at 10 seconds. Trips now to the far side as Young in a gun. High snap. Edgerrin Sweat around the edge. Young buying time, and he's going to float it. Incomplete. Jacob Davis, the intended target, blanketed by Hensley.
It's exactly what you want to do if you're Madison Central. Put pressure on Young. Make him throw quickly, make him be uncomfortable as he was that time on a 3rd and long, and now they're going to have to give the ball back up to Madison Central.
Davis out to that near sideline on that misfire.
Something we didn't see last night at all, Chris, a punt.
Houston Manning on to punt. And this one off the foot to the right. And that is going to be a very, very short kick.
And he's got a big leg. He had a couple boomers when they were playing South Oldham earlier this year. But sometimes, you know, a punter, you just hit it wrong. And, boy, that one just went straight sideways, shanked it.
They'll mark it right at midfield, so a net punt of 14 yards.
It's one thing you don't want to do is give Madison Central, with their running prowess, a short field. 1st and 10 from the 50 for Madison Central.
Big drive here for this Oldham County defense. Hagan Harrison in a shotgun with Hensley behind him, and Harrison at the last moment will flip it to Hensley, and downhill he marches for about 7.
Nice old school option there. Good look. So we kind of read the defense, made the pitch, get a big gainer on 1st down.
This Colonel defense has Starmeyer and Lavelle. Down linemen, cornerbacks are Young and Ruffin with Davis and Mason Sidoris, the safeties. Metling, Rios Lara, Monteleone, and Cowan, the linebackers. 2nd down and 4. Misdirection, and Parks brought down from behind. There's a late flag.
I'm not sure if that was a face mask or a hold. It was kind of that different area of the field. Yeah.
Going to be a 1st down, as it was only 2nd down and 4.
Not a personal foul face mask, but a 5-yard grabbing the face mask.
That'll move it to the Oldham County 40-yard line. Colonel's an early fumble on their first drive. Madison Central with a short field went in for a 2-yard Brady Hensley touchdown. Colonel's advance with a first down on the next drive, then punt. And here's Madison in short field, and it's Parks with a crisscross run, and he'll flip it up to the 32-yard line.
Waited to force hole, found it, and then decided to run behind his big offensive line, getting him some more yardage there.
Everything thus far has been second down and short. Madison Central playing well ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, and exactly what Oldham County did not want to do. We talked about it in the pregame. We want to make them throw the ball, but right now Madison Central has no desire to do that.
Would you say last night, if it's not broke, don't fix it?
Yeah.
Back to throw. There's the pass, and Harrison's going to look long, and he's got Jaden West down there in the West. Could not hang on.
Nicely thrown ball, but a better defense down there just to kind of get his hands in the way. But, you know, that the one good thing about Madison Central on that second and short like that at least makes Oldham County think.
Justin Ruffin in coverage. And Jaden West looked like he had a shot at that.
Throws it way down the field, and if you watch right at the last second, was able to knock it out, and he's right by the sideline there.
Third down and a deuce from the Oldham 32-yard line. Hensley trudging forward, dragging tackles, and that will be enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you wanted to get, is you wanted to get to second and short, have a chance to throw that long ball, and then go ahead and go back to your running game for a first down.
Line of scrimmage marked at the 29. First down and 10, Madison Central. Oldham thus far 0 resistance on the defensive side. Harrison and Hensley collaborate, and Hensley gets the call. Isaac Meyer, the nose man, with a chip and a short yard.
Yeah, good defensive play that time. That's what you want to do. You want to get your nose tackle in there, held him up, but you wouldn't let him go for a very, very short gain, if any.
Actually, a loss of a yard.
Looks like a loss.
Isaac Meyer playing very, very well. Full-time starter at the nose. And Harrison going to throw for the second time. Rolling left, lot of turf in front of him. And Harrison cuts across the 25 and brought down in the open field by Cown. It will be third down and a few.
Nice open field tackle there. He looked like like you said, looked like he had a lot of real estate in front of him. Closed on him and made that tackle to get a third down here. And it's going to be interesting to see if they go back to the run or if they try to pass again.
Justin Ruffin will shuttle out here in this formation shift. Third down and a half dozen. 4:38 opening quarter. Winner advances to round 2 of the playoffs next week against George Rogers Clark or Bryan Station. Only 4 seconds now on the play clock.
Burn a timeout here.
And they will not get it off in time.
That's a frustration there on the Madison Central sideline because, boy, that just takes you from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11, and, boy, your play call has to change a lot on that. You know, and with this, I could understand a little bit more if you didn't have the play clock, but you said they had it, they could look at it, and Coach Holcomb was screaming to get that play off, and they just didn't do it.
Hidden yards in a game, very important, and we'll see how significant that 5-yard loss is. Back to the 29. They'll have to advance it to the 18 to move the chains on third down and 11. Harrison, drop back pass, wide open across the middle as Hensley upended for a first down at the 11 and a gain of 18.
Yeah, on that play, you know, if Hensley doesn't beat you on the ground there, he was wide open in the middle of the field. Again, something Oldham County, if you're going to make them throw, if you want to put them in those 3rd and long, you've got to do a better job covering. Right there in the middle of the field, and he was just wide open for the first down.
Hensley only 5 catches on the year. They'll mark it at the 12, in the belly of Hensley, and slung down for a loss.
Very, very nice tackle that time. It's like Hensley was supposed to go to the right, and he thought he saw a little seam to the left, but boy, when he got there, it was already filled.
Monteleone on that stop. A dominant first quarter for Madison Central. Touchdown lead. Trying to make this a two-score game. Harrison. There's a flag as Harrison brought down across the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Pretty assured that's a holding.
Miller Brown, the freshman, on the stop.
Yeah, went back to that option, had a read option. He decided to hold on to the ball, but the holding was behind the play, which is a little frustrating for coaches.
So 2 drives in this game and 2 key penalties on this drive for Madison Central, hindering them from another score, at least thus far.
Yes. So the first one was a 5-yarder. It came back and threw down for 18 yards to get the first down. This is a 10-yarder. Much bigger penalty here.
They'll mark it at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 19 on the docket for the Indians. A pair of receivers each side. It's Kinsley and Mitchell. And Harrison cuts it back against the grain, and he'll swing it across the 14 to about the 13, depending upon the spot.
Yeah, with that one, you didn't have to pick it all up in one down, but I think you would have liked to get a little more yardage there, but now you're at a 3rd and long, but last time they had a receiver wide open across the middle.
Shows you the confidence they have in the run game on 2nd down and long. Now 3rd down and about 11. 2:26 in this opening stanza. Colonel defense begging for a stop. Harrison will leave it with Parks, and he's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Nice play by Oldham County there. You know, the first of this series was tough for them after a short kick, but right now they have kind of stood their ground, but looks like they're going to have to do it one more time on 4th and long.
It's Brian Monteleone that snuck in there for the stop. Mike Holcomb, the Madison Central coach, going to keep that offense on the field at 4th and 12. Trenton Aceta, their kicker, only attempted 2 field goals on the year. This one would be of 27 yards, but for the moment anyway, the offense out there. Play clock now at 5 seconds.
They're going to wait and talk it over before they go for this 4th down.
Mike Holcomb wants a timeout. We're back to Richmond in 30 seconds. A big 4th down when we return on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Well, we've got a Trenton Aceta sighting. The place kicker for Madison Central. This one would be of 27 yards, and it's partially blocked and off to the left.
It's exactly what Oldham County needed to get a stop there, to get the game back to where they can go and tie this up.
Aceta only 1 of 2 on the season on field goals, and a high snap got that one off kilter.
Yeah, it just, when that happens, I don't think people understand how much that takes the timing of the kicker off, and that one got a little partially blocked and off to the left.
We'll see how the Colonels respond after their first stop. They'll have it at the 20. 1 first down and a turnover in their 2 first drives, and there's Garrison between the tackles and maybe a half yard.
Tell you what, Madison Central right now, they are very stingy on that run defense, and Oldham County just not having much luck going off tackle.
Kyron Jackson and Edgerrin Sweat inside there, also Rylan Rhodes. Sweat 5'9", 214.
It's interesting. Oldham County goes kind of old school and has the play come in from the sideline as opposed to being signaled in.
Justin Ruffin now in the Oldham backfield, and he'll get the call as Ruffin foot in the ground with a burst. He'll take it across the 25-yard line.
Again, some yardage there, but boy, you're just going to have a third and medium, and you just don't want to have your defense come back on the field. They've spent a lot of time out there tonight.
Looks like he had more with the naked eye than they're going to give him credit for. No, beg your pardon, 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3 Oldham. As Ruffin now off the field, Elkins split out wide opposite Andre Smith. And Young in the belly of Garrison, and Garrison will not get that first down.
Well, just going to be a 4th down, and you really don't have any choice here but to punt again. Probably going to go into the second quarter when they're going to do that, though.
The Colonels with another 3 and out, and they will punt. Well, the second quarter begins after this in Richmond. Madison Central up early over Oldham County, 7-0 on Glycon. We'll be right back.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
Well, the Colonels with 4th and long as we welcome you back to Richmond. Chris LeBar along with Rick Reams. A very strong start by the favored Indians.
Yeah, they have proved their point thus far. They've been able to stop the run, which it looks like Oldham County has decided they want to establish that. But at some point in time, you're going to have to go ahead and just, I don't want to say abandon it, but you are going to have to just throw the ball down the field because you cannot have your defense having to go back out on the field now. And last time, a very, very short punt. We'll see if he does better this time.
Madison Central 95 first quarter yards, Oldham only with 29, and Manning will punt. This one much better. Upended and at the 40, a big bounce, and it's going to trickle very close to the 20-yard line, down at the 21, and that'll be a kick of 52.
Yeah, he has to be much more pleased with that, and that's what you want to do. Get the ball up in the air and let it bounce, and that's what he did there. But again, Oldham County's defense kind of slowly coming back on the field tonight. And, you know, one thing we did notice right in warm-ups is that their defensive back, Sam Oldham, number 11 for Oldham County, he's on crutches tonight, so they're at least one defender down.
Down at the 21-yard line. Colonels 2 first downs in that first quarter. Madison Central with 5. But this defense been up against it here the first quarter plus. Strong inside run.
And
it's Hensley again.
Oldham County's doing a good job right now stopping that inside run. Just going to have to watch as it moves outside.
No gain officially. Second down at 10. Hagan Harrison, their quarterback. Only 333 passing yards on the year, no touchdowns, but you look at his ground numbers, just sensational. 303 rush yards and 2 scores.
Mm-hmm. And that's what, you know, you got to know what you have in the backfield, and that's what he is. He can throw it some, but he's going to be a runner too.
Well, credit Hensley with 2. It's 2nd and 8, and there's Parks squirting across the 25 down to the 27-yard line.
Another big play for Oldham County to make a stop here and get the ball back.
This Colonel defense coordinated by Lonnie Oldham, one of the better defensive coaches in the Louisville area. Long history of success coaching under Bob Redmond. And Lonnie Oldham, former Oldham County head coach as well. His defense now 3rd down and 2. And Harrison, he'll float it out to Hensley, needs to, cuts it back, and he's got us. He rips through arm tackles, sprinting down the sideline, Cotton in pursuit, but Hensley all the way down the sideline, 72 yards.
They do what they do best. That was a pitch there, got it, cut it to the left, and then made a single cut right up the middle and then just outran everyone. You're going to be able to see that play here in just a second, and you're just going to see his speed once it picked up and got going. Here's the pitch out to him. Makes that one cut right there, makes that decision, and then after that sees that hole up the middle, and he is gone after that. Boy, just a very impressive running back there.
Nacita on for the point after. As Madison Central in command early. 14-0, Madison Central start. Colonels with a huge drive when we return after this on Glycod.com.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Colonels with a return, and Garrison with a burst to the near sideline. Garrison across the 40-yard line, and there's a flag as he's upended at the 45.
Yeah, another face mask here. It's going to be interesting to see if they just call it a 5-yard or a 15-yard, because he did yank him down by the face mask. Coach Holcomb's there giving his opinion, but I'm not sure the referees are going to take his opinion.
It's a big response after the Madison Central touchdown run as we get another glimpse at this big return for Garrison.
Yeah, he just makes this cut, thought it was going to be tackled right there, and then just keeps on going, and right there is the face mask.
It is a penalty on Madison Central of 15 yards. So tack on across midfield now for Oldham.
And I think you said it right before the break, Chris. This is a huge drive for Oldham. They have got to make something happen, or this game's going to get out of hand quickly.
They'll mark it at the Madison Central 41-yard line. Been a quiet start for this Colonel offense, only a pair of first downs. In a new formation here, going to go 4 wide, 2 receivers each side. And Young rolling to that strong side. It's a design run, and here he comes, and a great tackle. Great open field tackle by Brock Eads.
Especially when you talk about what a great runner Sam Young is. Boy, if he could have gotten away from that one, he had some yards in front of him, but boy, Eads made sure that he was not going to get away there.
Eads had 9 stops in that lopsided L last week at Southwestern. Now 38 tackles on the year as a DB, and it's second down and 13 Oldham. Garrison parallel with Young. Colonels need something badly on this drive. Young back to throw, slings it short, and nearly intercepted it. Ricocheted right off of Wes Alexander and nearly picked by Warwicks.
Yeah, Sam Young's very glad he has such a strong arm, because it went through two players' hands. But now 3rd and long, and again, Chris, you just don't want to put your defense back out there in this position, but it's going to be, you're going to have to throw the ball down the field, at least in my opinion.
Might be looking at 4-down territory here from the Indians' 44-yard line. Tyler Lindemeyer split out wide. Davis in the far slot, and Elkins, the near side receiver, on 3rd and long. Screen set up, and Eads sneaks in for the deflection.
Boy, this series for sure has been the player of defense of the game for the defense on Madison Central. And, you know, I think you're right. I think on fourth down they're going to go for it. But, boy, again, we'll put your defense at a decided disadvantage if you don't make it.
Tayshawn McBroom so confident before this game. In his group, this is a huge, huge play, and you certainly sense some anxiety on that sideline, perhaps desperation at this point on 4th and long. Still 9:44 in the half. And Garrison to the right of Young. Young, pocket collapses. He's going to float it to Ruffin. There's a flag as Ruffin could not hang on, but a flag back. 2 of them actually at the 50.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I have a feeling it's going to be hold.
Yeah, Young floated outside the pocket there, and it will be, or so it appears. Obviously that penalty declined, and Madison Central will be perched right near midfield again.
Yeah, I think both officials saw the same thing, and both flagged them there. You're going to have to, Oldham County, I tell you what, you are stressing your defense to the max right now. They are spending way too much time on the field. But again, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make Madison Central do something other than just run the ball right down the gut, which is what they've done all night.
9:08 in this half. Short side run, that's Parks, and he'll slice it back inside for maybe about a yard.
Which is probably a wise move. Let him have his say and move back, and now Coach McBroom goes back over to talk to his team. Madison Central, you know, Coach Holcomb, I'm sure Coach Holcomb is just telling them, keep on doing what we're doing. We're doing fine. We're doing exactly what we want to do. Oldham County has not caused us to change our game plan, and thus we are not going to change it. So you go 2nd and 8 minutes, 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Madison Central at home leading 14-0 over Oldham County.
So 2nd down and long for the Indians. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining. And some movement at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that time Oldham County was getting ready to just make a all-out blitz, and they just jumped and got a 5-yard offside penalty. Coach McBroom right now cannot be pleased with the way things are looking so far for his team. Started off bad with bad traffic getting here, and it just hasn't gotten any better, Chris.
No, it hasn't. There's Parks on an inside. No, that's Hensley, excuse me, and Hensley across the 40-yard line. Pickup of 8 and another first down.
Tell you what, he runs hard and he runs tough. He is not going to just be shoestring tackle. He just keeps on going, moves his feet, and get another first down. And again, you're just stretching Oldham County's defense to the max. They have got to be tired. And right now, Coach McBroom is kind of grasping at straws as to how to stop this.
First down and 10. Little trickeration at the near side. It's Kinley. And Kinley cuts it against the grain down to the 32-yard line as Justin Ruffin with a tackle from behind.
Yeah, I tell you, you throw in those little ruffles that makes Oldham County's defense even further back on their heels. They're saying, what is going to go on next? Because that, another nice play, 2nd down and 7 yards to go from there. Looks like we're having a little technical difficulty, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of call it as we see it here.
2nd down and 2 from the 32, and Parks strung out and a loss. Rios Lara sneaks in, and a big tackle for a loss.
Yeah, great play there. Stopped him at the line and threw him back for just a little bit of a loss there. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We're working on that to get the back up on screen. We have 3rd down and 2, 7:16 left. Madison Central with the ball on the Oldham County 33-yard line. Oh, that time Madison Central made the move. Again, you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot there, jump before the snap, premature movement there, get a 5-yard penalty.